What is up, people of all different types of ages, races, genders, and yes, even you other species out there watching this video. My name is Omega Pro, and I'm bringing you guys a quality test of my PSP. Now, before I even say a word, I know the most common question is going to be, how am I recording my PSP? Well, I'll link it in the description. There's actually a product that you can get that is only used for the PSP 2000 and the PSP 3000 models. Those are the slimmer ones. And there's even reports that these don't work on the 2000, only the 3000. But there's this cable that you plug into the bottom of your PSP and you can output it to your television, just like that. Bada bing, bada boom. So that's how I'm doing it. I just have it directly hooked up to the capture card that I use for all my consoles, which is the Elgato Game Capture HD, and that's how I'm recording. So yesterday I went to, or at the time I'm recording this anyway, yesterday I went to GameStop and I traded in a few PS4 games and a PS3 game, and I got like 140 bucks. So I was like, you know what? I've really been wanting a PSP, not only to do videos, but just because the PSP is home to some of my most nostalgic video games, because there was a very rough time in my life when I had to basically pack up and leave literally everything. My PS2, all of my PS2 games, my GameCube, Xbox, literally everything, and move somewhere for personal issues. The only thing I had with me was my PSP. And a lot of these games that I'm playing now are bringing me so much joy, and I want to do nothing more than to share that with you guys. So I picked up the PSP and I picked up a few games. The games I have right now are Persona 3 Portable, Jeanne d'Arc. I do not blame you guys if you don't know what that is. The game you're looking at right now, which is Final Fantasy Dissidia 012, and Birth by Sleep. I think that's all I have. Oh yeah, also the most important one, Final Fantasy VII Crisis Core. Now, the reason why I'm making this video really is to see the quality of the PSP that I'm recording with. The cables that I got personally, I only got them because they were able to be shipped via Amazon Prime. And they're the SD cables, just composite. And apparently there's these other cables that are component, which the difference between component and composite is one is HD and one is not. But there are reports that even with the component cables, that you still don't even get to output past 480p or 480i, something like that. And I don't know if that's going to be worth it. We'll see. They're only a few bucks, except, you know, if I buy them for that price, then I can't get them Amazon Prime shipped, so I'll have to wait like some freaking plebeian or something. But, you know, I'll wait and I'll record my PSP videos with this for the meantime. Of course, if you guys can even bear it, we'll see. But the main thing that I want to do, now that I have this capture stuff for the PSP, is I want to do a Crisis Core Let's Play. There are certain things that I have on my quote-unquote YouTube bucket list. One of them was to always show my love and appreciation for Crisis Core in a video, and I don't think like a review or like an Omega Pro Show style video would do that justice. So I think playing through it will be great. And I cannot wait to play through it and share with you guys the absolute amazing game that is Crisis Core, that a lot of people didn't get to experience because not a lot of people had a PSP, and for understandable reasons. It was sort of in the same predicament with the Vita, except the PSP always had its really great gems, Crisis Core being probably the best one. So I definitely want to bring you guys some gameplay of that. I'll be playing Persona 3 Portable on my own time. And now I'm going to inadvertently answer a question that I might get asked. What's going to happen with my Persona 3 Fez playthrough? Well, I'm debating on whether or not to start it over or to continue where I leave off after I beat Portable. The main reason being is because the reason why I never felt like recording Persona 3 Fez is because the way I wanted to go about that series was to be very knowledgeable. And I never completed that game, so I feel like if I complete the portable version first, I know there are some key differences. But I think if I complete the portable version first, then I'll have more knowledge on the game in general, and I can translate that better into the playthrough. So I don't know what's gonna happen with that. I was also thinking about keeping Persona a stream exclusive sort of thing. I'm not even sure, and then upload that to YouTube or something. But I don't know. But what I can say is that I used to say that JRPGs weren't good for Let's Plays and stuff like that, and I don't think I could do them. However, I was at work and I thought of a really great format for JRPG Let's Plays that I'm going to institute into Crisis Core first. So the main series, you know, the main walkthrough will be its parts. You know, there'll be part 1, part 2, part 3, whatever. And then I'll have side episodes, bonus episodes, if you will, where I do, for example, in Crisis Core, there's these special missions that you can do, and you get experience and all that other stuff. They're just purely side missions, and you can do that. You can do them at any time, at any save point, and call it good. What I was thinking of doing was recording those with no commentary, and then afterwards do post commentary, like answering your guys' questions or talking about the game or where the plot is at the current moment or anything like that. And I think that is a really, really good format for JRPGs. The reason why I say it's good for JRPGs and not specifically for Crisis Core is because I can show me, for example, if I were to do a Persona Let's Play, I just went brain dead. If I were to do a Persona one, then when I go into the Tartarus, like in Persona 3, or into the TV, if I do a Persona 4 Let's Play, then I can have that all post-commentary, unless, of course, I'm going through the actual dungeon trying to rescue someone in the case of Persona 4. But, for example, another thing that I didn't like about Persona 3 was the fact that every time I went into the Tartarus, I didn't know whether I should be talking, whether something important was going to happen. That's why I feel like if I beat the game first, I'll know whether or not there's going to be a story element popping up or something like that. So I think that's going to all work out just fine. And then, of course, there's other PSP games that I definitely have my eye on. That game, Jeanne d'Arc, I don't even know how I'm pronouncing that right. I believe that's how it's pronounced, though. But essentially what it is, it's a Final Fantasy Tactics type of game, wherein you move around this little checkers or chess style map or whatever, and then you attack enemies and stuff like that. It's a phenomenal game, and I don't think I would necessarily do a Let's Play on it, but maybe a highlight video, maybe like a long play where I'm playing it for a few hours or something, or just a stream. I don't really know, but when the time comes, the time will come for that. I was also thinking of maybe doing Birth by Sleep, and then I remembered Kingdom Hearts 2.5 will come out. So if I were to do any sort of series or videos on that, or even a stream on it, I think that would mainly stick to the 2.5 remix that'll come out just for quality purposes. And then there's also, I'm trying to think of other PSP games. I can't think of any off the top of my head, but I know there's a lot. I definitely want to pick up Persona 2. Some people say that it's better than the other ones. I tend to think that the Persona game you play first will always be the best in your heart, but who knows? I definitely want to try out Persona 2. Again, I don't want to do a blind playthrough of any Persona games, so I'll play that on my own time and then, you know, think about doing a series if I liked the game at all. There's also a plethora of JRPGs on the PSP that I've never experienced and would definitely love to experience. So I'm thinking of doing a lot of handheld type of videos. So that means that I might be looking into getting a 3DS capture card, and I will definitely be looking into recording my PS Vita, because I feel like there's some games for the Vita that I definitely want to showcase, like Yes Memories of Celta. I probably butchered that. Or YS Memories of Celta. I really feel like that game needs to get some fucking popularity because it is a fucking phenomenal game. But it's for the Vita, so nobody knows about it. There's also Persona 4 Golden, which I would love to do a series on. Persona 4 is my favorite series of all time. And, of course, there will always be, you know, the random little games that come out here and there. and the games that come out on PS Vita and PS3, I'd probably be more inclined to buy on the Vita if I could record the Vita. I'm looking into seeing how I can do stuff with the Vita TV, because the Vita TV has HDCP, which means I can't record it via HDMI, and it only has an HDMI output. I have a way of bypassing that. However, the Vita TV does not have optical audio or any audio output for that matter. So I would basically be playing with no volume, and no volume would be getting captured, and obviously nobody wants to watch that. So I'm in the works of trying to figure out how to do stuff. But yeah, for the time being, a lot of PSP type stuff. Let me know how the quality is, and yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace.